Imagine a teenager who grew up in a working-class neighborhood near Barcelona. Started playing football as a little child. Entered Barcelona's famous La Masia academy at just 7 years old. Became Spain's youngest senior international. Won the European Championship at 16. And then helped Spain become World Cup champions. This is the extraordinary story of Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal was born on July 13, 2007 in Esplugues de Llobregat, in the Barcelona metropolitan area of Spain. But his childhood was closely connected with Rocafonda, a working-class neighborhood in Mataró. His family background is multicultural. His father, Monir Nasraoui, is from Larache in Morocco, while his mother, Sheila Ibana, is originally from Bata in Equatorial Guinea. His mother worked as a waitress, while his father worked as a building painter. Their lives were far removed from the glamour and huge contracts that would eventually surround their son. Yamal's parents separated when he was around 3 years old, but both remained involved in his life. He spent time between his mother in Granollers and his father in Mataró. His mother worked long hours, and Yamal has spoken about how his daily childhood routine was basically school, football training, and then seeing his mother later when she returned from work. His family's story is therefore not one of instant wealth or privilege. It was a story of ordinary working life, sacrifice and support around a young boy who loved football. And football started very early. Yamal began playing at local club CF La Torreta. Barcelona noticed his talent when he was still a child, and at around 7 years old he joined FC Barcelona's famous La Masia academy. From there, his progress was extraordinary. He moved rapidly through the youth categories and was soon training with players many years older than him. Then came the moment that changed everything. In April 2023, at only 15 years, 9 months and 16 days old, Yamal made his first team debut for Barcelona against Real Betis. That made him the youngest player ever to represent Barcelona's first team. It was not just a debut. It was the beginning of a new era. His rise continued at incredible speed. In the 2023-24 season, he became the youngest Barcelona player to reach 50 first-team appearances. And he scored 7 goals in 50 appearances that season. The following season was even more impressive. Under Hansi Flick, Yamal produced 18 goals and 21 assists in the 2024-25 campaign and became the youngest player ever to reach 100 appearances for Barcelona. But his story became even bigger when he put on the Spain shirt.
In September 2023, Yamal made his senior Spain debut and became the youngest player ever to represent Spain. He also became Spain's youngest ever goalscorer. At Euro 2024, he was only 16 years and 338 days old when he started against Croatia, making him the youngest player ever to appear in a European Championship. And he didn't simply participate. Yamal became one of Spain's most dangerous attacking players as Spain went on to win the European Championship, beating England in the final. Then came the biggest stage of all, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Yamal entered the tournament as one of the most talked about young players in world football. Spain's campaign was historic. They went through the group stage, defeated Austria, Portugal and Belgium in the knockout rounds, then beat France 2-0 in the semi-final. In the final on the 19th of July, 2026, Spain defeated Argentina 1-0 after extra time, with Ferran Torres scoring the winning goal. Spain lifted the World Cup trophy for the second time in their history. Yamal was part of that World Cup winning Spain squad at only 19 years of age. And this is where his story becomes almost unbelievable. He had already won the European Championship and now had a World Cup medal before turning 20. Barcelona's official profile now lists both the 2024 European Championship and the 2026 World Cup among his honours. So, how many matches has he played for Spain and how many goals has he scored? The exact international totals can change after every match, but by the 2026 World Cup period he had already passed the 25 cap mark and had scored several senior international goals. Before the tournament, one statistical record had him on 25 caps and 6 goals as of the 31st of March, 2026. During the World Cup, he added more appearances and scored his first World Cup goal against Saudi Arabia. At club level, his numbers are even more remarkable. In the 2025-26 season, Yamal made 45 appearances for Barcelona across competitions, scoring 24 goals and providing 18 assists according to season statistics reported after the campaign. He also helped Barcelona win La Liga, while his individual performances earned him recognition as one of the most influential young players in world football. And what about the captain's armband? This is important. Lamine Yamal is not currently Spain's captain. As of the 2026 World Cup, Spain's captain is Rodri. Yamal is one of Spain's key attacking stars, but he is still a young player developing his leadership role.
Yamal normally plays from the right side of the attack. His biggest weapons are his close control, one-on-one dribbling, creativity, vision and ability to create opportunities from seemingly impossible situations. Barcelona describes him as a versatile forward who can play as a striker, attacking midfielder or right winger. But perhaps the most interesting part of his story is not the trophies. It is where he came from. A boy raised around working-class communities, with parents who worked ordinary jobs and supported his football dream, eventually became one of the faces of a new generation of Spanish football. From CF La Torreta to La Masia, to Barcelona's first team, to Spain, to European champion, and finally to World Cup champion. Lamine Yamal is still only at the beginning of his career. He has already achieved things that many footballers dream about for their entire lives. The question now is not whether he has arrived. The world already knows that he has. The real question is, how far can Lamine Yamal go? One thing is certain, the story that started on the streets and football pitches around Barcelona has now reached the biggest stage in world football. And at just 19 years old, Lamine Yamal's greatest chapter may still be waiting to be written. This is not the end of the story. This is only the beginning.